Welcome. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate, and I specialize in traditional, Western, and evolutionary astrology. I'm excited to share this month's August Mercury retrograde forecast with you. Please like and subscribe and share as it helps the channel grow. If you are new here, you can learn more about my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. For those of you who've been following me, thank you for your support and for sharing your journey with me. So on August 5th, 2024, Mercury is now going to station retrograde at 4 degrees of Virgo. It's now going to begin this 3-week period of reflection, reassessment, and a potential for miscommunication that's going to last until August 28th, 2024, where it will finally station direct at 21 degrees of Leo. So this time period, it's significant for all individuals with placements in the early degrees of mutable signs of Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, and in the later degrees of fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, as you may feel this transit more intensely and on a more personal level. So Mercury in astrology is the planet of communication. It rules over our thoughts, our ideas, our travel, our intellect as we process information. It governs speech, writing, and all forms of informational exchange from one person to another. So it's really a big deal. And when it stations retrograde, that's when the big deal becomes more of a bigger deal because it's confusing and mishaps. In the sign of Virgo, Mercury emphasizes analytical thinking, precision, practicality, and it's a time for paying attention to the details and improving our efficiency in our daily routines. And so most people follow Mercury retrograde because it occurs about 3 times a year and it rules over 2 signs. And so it makes it more noticeable when it's on the move. Mercury in retrograde appears to be moving backwards in the sky, and from our perspective on Earth, the movement often coincides with disruptions in communication, our travel plans, and technological mishaps. It's a time when misunderstandings can really arise, and plans need to either be revised or postponed. I always try to work with the energy and use this time for reflection, refinement of existing projects rather than starting a new project or a venture. I always double check all forms of communication to prevent misunderstandings, maintain clarity and patience. It doesn't always work. Mercury retrograde is there to teach us to slow down and to revise, rethink, review, rewind. So expect potential delays and these issues that can pop up with travel and technology to ensure that your important data is definitely backed up. That means on your phone or on your computer, and that your travel plans are confirmed. Now, relationships, they can also resurface with past issues. This is presenting you with opportunities for healing and resolution, like a recap. So look to approach these with empathy and with understanding. And lastly, adopt this flexible mindset to be prepared for changes and pay close attention to details and avoid any rushed decisions. So key dates to pay attention to. The first is August 5th because Mercury is now going to station retrograde at 4 degrees of Virgo. It's now going to begin its backward trek through the sky over topics that were previously covered for now a second go round. On August 7th, Mercury is now going to be conjunct with Venus, meaning it's going to meet up in the sky and merge its energy. Mercury being thoughts and ideas, Venus being the planet of love and wanting to merge people, places, and things together. And so this is promoting harmony in relationships, especially when revisiting past issues to look for healing or a closure to it. Then August 15th. Now on August 15th, Mercury is now going to square Mars at 4 degrees of Virgo and Gemini. So I'm saying use caution with this transit because it suggests heightened tension and potential conflicts. Remember that Mercury being thoughts and ideas, and Mars is the planet of action and drive, and it's saying things, doing things, acting on impulse. On August 18th, Mercury is now going to retrograde and re-enter back into the sign of Leo. So now its focus is going to be more creative and expressive in its aspects. On August 18th, Mercury is now going to square Uranus. This is another heads up. This time period is potentially causing these unexpected tensions and disruptions, especially in areas that are related to technology and innovation. Mercury, thoughts and ideas again, communication, and Uranus is the great liberator. Shock, surprise, and not seeing things coming, not like being surprised by what happens or what somebody says or does. Then on August 24th, Mercury is going to sextile with Mars. This is a harmonious aspect. So now the way that we are communicating is in a harmonious aspect with Mars, providing this energy and this drive to complete these pending tasks that have been sitting on the back burner, especially those involving all types of communication. Think of it as a push to finish or complete things. Then on August 25th, Mercury is now going to square Jupiter. Squares are always tension points, and Jupiter is the great benefic, offering abundance of things. And so this will be at 28 degrees in the sign of Leo and Taurus. And so this transit can bring potential for overconfidence and exaggeration because it's abundance of, and square is a tension point. And then on August 28th, Mercury is now going to station direct at 21 degrees of Leo. And now it's going to make its third pass moving forward with new knowledge and new direction in order to self-correct all of the issues that it has gone over. Now, despite all of this, the challenges that come with Mercury retrograde, I look at this as a powerful time for introspection and personal growth, encouraging us to reassess our lives, to make these necessary adjustments. By embracing this reflective energy, we can gain clear insights and emerge with this renewed sense of direction in the ways that we are talking, sharing, communicating, thoughts, ideas, technology, and travel. This period is really ideal for focusing on health and wellness and addressing perfectionism and reimagining our daily routines and enhancing self-image and fostering self-improvement. So offerings this month. I'm excited to announce that this month's Transit Talk webinar, these interactive educational sessions, they cover a different topic each month. And the next webinar that we will be working on is the next eclipse cycle in Virgo and Pisces. And so we will talk about how it's going to shape your next 18 months ahead. To learn more and sign up, visit willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my email list for these astrological insights and upcoming specials. For all Leos out there, I am offering a special discount on personalized solar returns, and use the code LEO10 to receive your discount. Visit my website at willowgracemystic.com to schedule your appointment today. And additionally, I offer live astrology consultations at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every other Tuesday. To reserve your spot and get in the queue, sign up using the link below. I look forward to seeing you there. So let's dive in. So for Aries Sun and Aries Rising, Mercury is now stationing retrograde in your 6th house, which represents your day-to-day tasks or daily habits. So during this retrograde, you're really going to reassess your daily routines, your work habits, your health regimen. Remember that the 6th house is our mental, physical, spiritual, emotional health, well-being, and who do we go to for those services like a guide or a mentor. So this period is going to be spanning over your Virgo area and back into Leo, which is going to encourage you to refine your approach to these daily tasks and ensure your wellness practices, that they are effective. Avoid starting new projects, instead focusing on improving your existing ones, especially after August 18th when the retrograde shifts back into the sign of Leo. Leo will highlight the expressive tasks. It's what brings fun, joy, and pleasure to you. So reflect on how you manage your time, both in your work and in your personal life. Use this period to create more of a balanced schedule for yourself that supports your overall well-being, because 6th house is how do I end my bad habits? How do I get rid of old habits? And how do I begin fresh, begin anew? So Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, Mercury is now moving into your 5th house of joy, children, pleasure, creative pursuits, and where we want to take a risk. And so these creative projects, they're now going to come to light. It's about personal hobbies. This is about you going back, maybe taking a second look at them, revisiting past pursuits, or re-engage in activities that really brought you joy and pleasure. And this could also be reconnecting with an old lover. So be cautious in your romantic relationships or misunderstandings that they can arise between you and them, or you and children. When Mercury retrogrades back into the sign of Leo, which is in your 4th house of your home, your family, your foundation, the 4th house is your living situation, and it's also your personal life. As it brings back into focus, the shift becomes your home, your family dynamics. It's prompting you to reassess your living conditions, your family relationships. Consider how your home environment supports your creative expression and your emotional security. Use this time to strengthen these familial bonds and create these nurturing spaces that you feel comfortable, and that it's creating comfort for everybody that's in the home with you. So Taurus, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, Mercury is your chart ruler, so it's always important for you to follow it through the chart of where it is. And so Mercury is now focusing in on your home, your family, the dynamics of what is going on at the foundation of your life, your personal life, your living situation, your upbringing. This could also be property, traditions, and real estate. So address any unresolved issues that have to do with relatives, or make these necessary adjustments to your living environment. This could be remodeling or cleaning out cupboards and drawers. It really means like a refocus on your home. Now, as Mercury moves back into your 3rd house of communication, the 3rd house represents neighbors and siblings and cousins, and it's where we talk and exchange ideas. And so the focus is going to shift on your communication style, your travel, where clarity and patience are really going to come to the forefront. And it's going to be essential for you to avoid any misunderstandings of topics that can be brought up. Reevaluate how you connect with your community and engage with your immediate surroundings, because the 3rd house is where you are with people, places, and things that are close to you. Strengthen ties with your neighbors, your siblings, and look to ensure your communication is clear and thoughtful with others. So Gemini, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, Mercury is now stationing retrograde in your 3rd house of communication. It's your neighbors, your siblings. It's like your home environment of what surrounds your home. And it's also communication. So it's communication, short trips, interactions with neighbors and siblings. They could be challenging at this time. So double check all of your messages. Make sure that you are being clear with your communication in order to avoid any misunderstandings. When Mercury stations retrograde and moves back into your 2nd house of your cash, your property, your self-worth, pay attention to your financial matters. This brings to topic an urge to reassess your budget, your spending habits. The 2nd house represents your skill set, your money, your resources, things that you need in order to feel secure about yourself. So reflect on your financial goals and how they align with your personal values. Make the necessary adjustments to ensure that you have this financial stability and avoid impulse spending at this time. So Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Leo Sun and Leo Rising, Mercury is stationing retrograde in your second house of self-worth, cash, property, your personal resources. And so your financial matters and your personal values are really going to need your attention for a second look, a refocusing in on those topics, reevaluating what is your budget, what are your spending habits, and to be cautious with your investments and your major purchases at this time. As Mercury stations retrograde back into your first house of your identity, your appearance, your personality, you being seen, it will bring up topics of personal reflection, of self-improvement, revisiting your goals and refining your personal image. This is a time for you to gain these deeper insights into your self-worth and how this influences your financial decisions moving forward. So strengthen your sense of identity and assure that it aligns with your financial actions at this time. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising, Mercury is your chart ruler, so it's really important that you always follow it through your chart because it reflects you and your career, your job, your responsibilities. Mercury is now going to be stationing retrograde in your first house of your identity. It's who you are and what you show the world. I always say it's your business card or your website. And so with Mercury stationing retrograde in your sign, this is about personal reflection and self-improvement. These are going to be the topics that you are going to be reflecting on. So revisit your goals, refine your personal image, focus on self-care, be patient with yourself and avoid making these drastic changes and this impulse to do something major. Think about it and reevaluate. When Mercury moves back into your 12th house in the sign of Leo, this is a time that you're going to dive back into your inner world. And this is addressing subconscious issues, your emotional well-being, and using this period to truly gain a deeper understanding of what motivates you and to clear any emotional blockages that could possibly hinder your growth moving forward. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Libra Sun and Libra Rising, your 12th and 11th house are all lit up. The 12th house represents your going within, your connection to spirit. It's a period that's going to encourage you to have introspection, to address any subconscious issues that you may feel that you have at this time. So it's going to be a good time for you to delve into your inner world, your dreams, your intuition, your abilities, your fears, and perhaps through therapy or journaling or meditation or yoga or through tapping into the Akashic records. As Mercury then moves back into your 11th house of Leo, it will bring your attention to shifting to your friendships, your social circles, your networks, encouraging you to reconnect and to reassess some group activities or groups that you are part of. It's reassess your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals. Reflect on the role of your social circles in your life and make these adjustments to foster supportive and meaningful connections with others. And so Libra, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, Mercury is now stationing retrograde in your 11th house, which represents your friendships, your social circles, your social networks. All of these topics are now going to be highlighted. It's your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, and who do you align with in order to manifest those things. And so you might be reconnecting with old friends or revisiting group activities or being reconnected for collaborations. So be mindful of any misunderstandings or during these social interactions with other people, because when Mercury stations retrograde back into the sign of Leo, this is your career, your job, your responsibility. So the focus is now going to be on your career, your public image, prompting you to reflect on your professional goals and these adjustments that you need to make for your career plans. Now, you might be reevaluating your long-term aspirations to ensure that they really align with your current actions and your public persona of who you are presenting to the world. So Scorpio, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, you now have Mercury stationing retrograde at the top of your chart. This represents you as an authority figure, your job, your career, the legacy that you want to leave behind. So your career and your public image, it's really going to be under review at this time. So reflect on your professional goals and make the adjustments to your career plans. Avoid starting any new professional ventures. This is about going back and reviewing, reflecting, reassessing. So as Mercury then retrogrades back into your 9th house, it will bring into topics that have to do with shifting to higher education or your travel plans or philosophical beliefs, encouraging you to reassess all of these areas. The 9th house always brings in topics of these cross-cultural experiences, and it's learning, higher thoughts, higher ideas. And it's also not just education, but it is publishing and legal matters. And so use this time to expand on your knowledge, refine your worldview, align with your professional endeavors. So Sagittarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, Mercury is now stationing retrograde in your 9th house, which is about travel plans. It's your cross-cultural experiences that you have with other people. It's publishing things, and it's taking a class and taking a workshop. So travel plans, higher education, your philosophical beliefs, they may require a reassessment. This is also the house of legal matters. So double check your travel plan arrangements. Be prepared for delays. When Mercury stations retrograde back into your 8th house of Leo, this will bring into topics that will shift with your shared resources sector of your life, about how do I clear debt, prompting a review over my joint financial matters or intimate relationships that I have with other people. The 8th house represents you and with a partner that's either a business partner or an ex with like alimony and child support, or a marital partner, or it's a family member that you have deep psychological connections and bonds to. And so ensure clarity and fairness in all of your shared financial arrangements that you have with others, and address any underlying issues in the close relationships that you have with other people. So Capricorn, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising, Mercury is now going to be stationing retrograde in your 8th house of shared resources. This is your debts. This is your intimate relationships. It's the house of deep bonding. It's your connection with other people that could be a marital partner, a business partner, a family member if there's shared bonding experiences. And it can also be exes with like alimony or child support in connection to what you share with other people. And so all of these intimate relationships are now going to be brought into focus. The eighth house is the house of taboo topics, of not wanting to review these things and revisit and bring these things up. But now is the time. So you're going to be reviewing your joint financial matters and addressing any lingering issues in your close relationships with others. This could be a time when you want to seriously take a look at your financial agreements and be cautious about what you're signing at this time, because as Mercury then retrogrades back into your seventh house of 1 + 1, the seventh house is you with another person, clients, best friends, significant others. Your attention is now going to be on partnership and your close relationships, urging this improved communication and a resolution of possible past issues, and how do we reflect and discuss these things in order to move forward past them. So look to strengthen your partnerships by addressing any misunderstandings and look to foster open dialogue at this time. So Aquarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising, Mercury is now stationing retrograde in your seventh house of partnership. I always call the seventh house your +1 house. It's you with a business partner, significant other, best friends, clients. I'm going to say open enemies and exes, because all partnerships and close relationships may now experience tension and require your attention. And so use this time to resolve any past issues, improve your communication, especially with significant others or business partners. Now, there could be boomerang people that come back into your life either for a second go round or for a look to resolve some of these issues. Now, when Mercury stations retrograde and moves back into your Leo house, your sixth house of your daily habits, the focus is now going to shift into your health, your daily routines, your work habits, self-care, encouraging you to have this reassessment and improvement in these areas of, I need to get rid of these old habits. I need to form better. And what does that look like? I have to have good routines that support my overall health and well-being. And I need to make the necessary adjustments to create this balanced lifestyle. So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.